more butchery with timers. YouTube has this really lame 10-minute limit on videos. You gotta either cut the videos up or record them in multiple segments. I'm opting to do the latter because working with video files gives me a pouty face. But if I don't cut them properly, then I recast parts of them. And so I know what's going to happen for the next 2 minutes. One of these days I'm going to learn how to cut things properly, and then I won't have to do this. I'll just, well, I don't really want to do that either. I'm just going to complain about it and not do anything to solve my problem. Cheers. Now I can use AVI Demux under Linux to cut things up properly, if that's what I want to do. And maybe I will. We'll see. So all these siege tanks are going to die. And that's very unfortunate for Lita. That was a lot of money that he lost. And not really for any good reason. They were just sort of chilling right here with no help. Because all the help is down here taking out the 4th, which is good for, you know, it's not that bad of a trade, I suppose, in the end. But it seems like those siege tanks weren't doing a whole lot. These Zerglings, these drones rather, try to get away, and they all get erased. Or half of them get erased, and half of them escape down that Nidus Canal. And Lita just irradiates everything, whether Terran, science vessels, or Zerg units here. And it's pretty hilarious. So effort's been knocked back down to barely 4 bases. I think that new base that he got up at the 8 o'clock is just about running. Although I don't know what the saturation's like. And oof. Like 4 vessels go down. There's only like 3 or 4 left, so that's not so good. And the cameraman's like, yeah, what is Effort like this? And Effort's like, I'm an alien. I don't have emotions. I shouldn't pick on Effort. He's a very good player, and that's what counts for this situation, I suppose. So we even got +1 attack on those siege tanks because they just don't do enough damage to begin with. Lita needs to kill things faster, and I mean that will help. Ultras against siege tanks that are upgraded much better than say Medic Marine against siege tanks that are upgraded. The rub being, of course, Medic Marine cheap. Tanks not cheap and die easily. I really feel like Terrans should use some of their ridiculous amount of APM to keep a couple SCVs following the tanks. Like if there was an SCV or two repairing those tanks, you could keep them from, like there's a couple of them that are knocked down. We'll see in the FP view here when he switches, and all those science vessels need repaired now because they've all been plagued again. And that one Mutalisk, Hero Mutalisk, takes down, well, actually not all that much, but he gets a couple science vessels, and that every science vessel dead helps. Effort's frantically trying to prepare defenses at that new base, and it's not working. And Effort's in a pretty bad situation. He's been in a bad situation since he lost his 4th. And it's not going to get any better for him. And Lita's prepared. He's prepared for this flimsy little counter. A couple of Zerglings coming towards Lita's 3rd. And of course it does nothing. And yeah, now it's 3 base versus 3, going to be 4 base Terran. And that means you've lost and you need to GG. Not even Ultras can save you now. And especially Guardians can't save you. I didn't even realize Effort had more Guardians. I don't think he did. He's like, whoa, dude, Guardians, I just found these back. I'm going to use them. It's going to be awesome. They're going to put me back to the game. I'm going to win. Probably not. Medic Marine not even bothering to run away from that Dark Swarm because they're just that cool. I mean, they're intergalactic criminal army corps that does lots of stimulants. I mean, they're clearly awesome. They don't need to back down from Dark Swarm. And now we're just seeing the slow death of Effort as Lita pushes his way in here. Lita's probably feeling like, this is a pretty long game. Oh, I didn't kill this in 1 base. Interesting. No, not that Lita's late gameplay is bad. That's just not the. He's usually more aggressive and can finish things early because he's got really good builds and really good mechanics. But that doesn't work against a high caliber player like Effort. And Effort was able to force into the long game, but I still felt Lita was in control. He was in control this whole game with that build. I sort of expected the Mutalisk to be able to do something, and or that expansion to get up earlier, and effort to be able to get ahead economically and do something, and neither of those two things happened. Really, just effort getting owned by Lita happened, and that was pretty much it. Now Lita knows effort can't spend anything on Scourge, so he's just gonna sit in here and irradiate everything while he bunches his gigantic army at the ramp into the base. Yeah, and if only he had a Mutalisk, what he would do for a Mutalisk. Whoa, that chick saying GG was weird. It's just like screwing with my StarCraft sentences somehow. So, Lita's got a sweet little smile on his face. He's like, yeah, I won, whoa. And the poofy Asian jackets that Sparkies are wearing look terrible. Wow. Those are 3 of the ugliest colors I've ever seen. It's unfortunate. Let's move on to set 3, Savior versus Yark. It's going to be great. I'm promising you now. We have the Maestro. How could it not be great? Clearly.